Hello everyone and welcome to Inspocrypto's Bitcoin market analysis. Again, the daily analysis to figure out if we can predict or forecast at least the next price levels or at least a trend, a price trend. That would be also very useful. Because I was reading just the whole weekend about Tether and Luna Terra, about their Bitcoin reserves, and many are saying, okay, it's huge, but it's we are done. They sold 80,000 Bitcoin. I don't know if they sold them. I mean, we need to check. In my opinion, they didn't yet, but I'm really not sure. I don't know why people are saying that. I mean, as I know, not even Luna Terra mentioned that. They just said they just have 300 Bitcoin left on their wallets, but they didn't say they sold everything already. I would be very careful reading such kind of tweets, and I was trying to figure out if I can see if they distributed all this 80,000 already, and I can't. So let us take a look. And as usual, we will start with the whales ratio, and we will see if we can, yeah, even if the whales ratio declined in such way where we can say, okay, it it looks like whales are cooling down and they are selling less, and so on and so forth. But yeah, that's the first thing I can say. No, they are not. I mean, that was the last bottom, and you remember we had a nice rally afterwards. I mean, and we are really far away from that levels, really far away of it. And yeah, they declined, but they are lifting up again. So it's not looking like it's over, in my opinion. But we need to see. I mean, they can send more Bitcoin to spot exchanges. It doesn't matter because that could also mean they are expecting a bullish price action and they want just to distribute the way up. That could be also possible, right? So we really need to figure out. I don't know what's happening here with CryptoQuant, it seems. I'm waiting for the data related to the stablecoin supply. But let us talk about the waste ratio. Now we are talking about the 1 hour resolution. And yeah, I mean, it's indicating you that's lifting up again, and that's what we can see here. It was declining, it declined even more just last week, then it rised, and it's just hitting 90%, 90, and the 30 hours moving average, and even here it's indicating 95. So bitcoins are arriving from Wales, and that's not good, to be honest. And well, the stablecoin reserves on exchanges has is lifting up. It has risen. I have mentioned last week, even Saturday. In my opinion, yeah, Binance and maybe other exchanges as well just refilled their reserves because, as you know, we had, yeah, a long time declining stablecoin reserves on exchanges, and sometimes when they are expecting a sell-off, but also if they are expecting a higher demand for stablecoins, they need to refill them. I'm not sure. But at the same time, we can see here that the stablecoin supply is declining hard once again. And that's usually, in my opinion, the most important indicator because stablecoins are part of the liquidity in the crypto market. If we are getting less and less and less, it means just less liquidity because many people are trading on Binance and you don't have a BTCUSD pair there, for example. Okay, so yeah, let us take a look to the flow activities if we can detect something there. So here we go. Well, I mean, it's Monday and they have started with bigger inflows today, as you can see. I mean, outflows maintains relatively flat, but inflows are rising again. And stablecoin net flows also not indicating big inflows coming in. Let me, yeah, I'm right. So let us take a look. I mean, we have received here almost 6,000 Bitcoin, another 3,400 Bitcoin, another 2,600 Bitcoin, another 1,600 Bitcoin. I mean, we are talking here about, yeah, 13, 14,000 Bitcoins. And in my opinion, and that would match a little bit with my, yeah, with my guess that Lunaterra maybe didn't sell anything yet. They are sending maybe to Gimini and so on their bitcoins, or they send them but I'm really not sure because yeah, the volume wasn't that high, and I have some, I don't know. I'm struggling a little bit. And let us check if this money, if these bitcoins here are related to our actually, yes, market makers. Yeah, we can see that. If I disable that here, you can see 4,000, 3,800, 2,000. Yeah, it matches very well. So market maker sending again bitcoins to the spot market. And okay, in that case, I have to say it's not related, in my opinion, then to Terra Luna. The market makers are sending more and more spots, bitcoins to the spot exchanges. Something, in my opinion, that's not good at all because then it seems they are ready to send more. And I told last time they still have a gap of 60,000 Bitcoin, so they could still send another 60,000 Bitcoin, and that's huge in my opinion. So yeah, the last outflow we have received here 3,800 Bitcoin and 1,200 Bitcoin before another 1,000, 1,600. So, but relatively compared to the inflows, not really big. And even here, that's not big at all. Okay, at least not enough to absorb 14,000 Bitcoin or something. Yeah, that doesn't look very bullish at the moment. So, future trading, what's happening here? Well, first of all, yesterday night, funding rate was declining. Now, funding rate was rising again and afterwards declining again. And that's something, I don't know, I'm not sure. I mean, the price did something similar, right? And right now indicating it wants maybe to dump even more. In that case, it would make sense why the funding rate was declining. Because, of course, the funding rate has, how can I see, if the funding rate is declining, it doesn't mean that the price should immediately afterwards just decline as well. I mean, that's a process and that have a delay as well. At the same time, we are detecting big stablecoin inflows. I mean, we are talking here, let me see, 530 millions and another 300. So we are talking about, I don't know, something like 850 million US dollars in stablecoin arrived. At the same time, a lot more bitcoins are leaving derivative exchanges. Yeah, I mean, even it looks more green than red, but that's not big volume at the moment. So also not that cool. So the funding rate, let us take the open interests, and the leverage ratio is doing something similar. So nothing big to see here. The open interest is not rising hard. It's just, yeah, looks very, yeah. Mm, I don't know if the market is cooling down at the moment. Binance, still, of course, more longs than shorts. Even the longs are declining more and more at the moment. Bitfinex, shorts declined hard, but of course, longs not. Many are interpreting that it's very bullish because we have 2.5 billion in longs. I'm really not sure. I'm really not sure if that's related to a different strategy or something these guys have in mind. I really don't know. Ethereum also a little bit more longs than shorts, and even here on Binance it's exactly the same. So yeah, we still have more longs. Let us take a look on FTX, and let us see if we can find anything. Oh, no, not Ho. Sorry, not Ho. Okay, it looks big, but if I take a look to the bars, it's not. It's not. I would say on FTX, I don't know. I mean, I'm not, yeah, I would say we still have more long liquidation volume than short liquidation volume, but it's, yeah, I'm not really sure. I'm not really sure. But that's not the same like last week. Let us take a look to option strategies if we can find anything useful there maybe. So, market drivers, or what instrument is at the moment driving the markets? If we take a look to the price action, I mean, what it does, I would say that's more spot at the moment. They are, that could be at least bullish. We need to see because the Bitcoin collateral futures are rising. Stablecoin, not really. I mean, longing, shorting, longing, shorting, longing, shorting. But look, I mean, it's not that big. I don't know. It looks like they are pushing the price down a little bit with the stablecoin futures, and even with, for example, here. Okay, we see down while Bitcoin margin contracts rising, so longing and here selling, even here shorting. That could be absolutely they are maybe hiding that they are accumulating longs with Bitcoin margin contract, that would be bullish for me, even if they are not really buying, not accumulating. Okay, so we are, yeah, volume delta of 1,300 for the aggregated CBD spot. That's nothing. Yeah. Look, I mean, it's not big, but it looks like they have started such kind of action. That could be bullish. We need to see, but that could be bullish. We should have that in mind. A lot of red is coming in. We can take a look to the. Oh, I didn't refresh my charts, it seems. Coinbase, buying, 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 of course. Bitfinex just flat. And that's something, in my opinion, I don't get. They are longing, but they are not buying any spot, or at least not big enough. Okay, they sold enough, and now nothing. It seems. Famex as well. Binance USDT they bought, but we are talking about almost 2,000 Bitcoin volume delta, so also not that big. Also here Bitfinex even selling. That's it. So nothing big at the moment. As mentioned, and maybe we can take a look here. Our market makers are here. Um, yeah, they raised a little bit their, as you can see, their reserves or their balances, but they are not accumulating. Also here they are not really accumulating, and even them here are not really accumulating. So whales at the moment waiting for something, it seems. In my opinion, market makers are pushing the price even more down. So let us take a look here what's happening. I mean, at the moment we are holding here at support at 29,400, but it looks just a little bit like we need a little bit more to push the price down, and then it would start to go, and I think to make a retest at 28. You can see what Coinbase is doing. They are maintaining those big walls there. So yeah, they're a bit still here. Just that's huge. And here below 25, below, yeah, below 25, and here above of 33. Bit okay, bitmap at 28.8, Binance Spot, Binance Spot limiting at 32, and you can see here also waiting to buy below 28.6 at the biggest wall at 25. Bitfinex spot. Not happening, nothing. Not happening, anything there. FTX perp. Also waiting at 25.6. Nothing up. Kraken, why not? Kraken at 32.4 waiting, and 25. 25, 25, 25. It looks like 25 is such kind of the magic level. 25. That's just Binance futures limiting the way up at 32 again, and 26.6 at 26.6 waiting, and you can see that's a wall here at 28.8. Bitfinex derivatives, yeah, they are still here, as you can see. They have here, I hope you can see that. Oh, not in that color actually. We have here, for example, here, here, and here some low volume order class. Yeah, I would say that's a cluster with tiny orders, something they did before as well. I don't know why Bitfinex is doing that. Kraken futures not showing anything, and FTX spot waiting at 28.2 and yeah, at 22. So, but okay, then let us talk about my personal conclusion. But today it looks very hard to be honest.